Without further ado, Boulty, thanks very much for giving us some of your time. Obviously, you got back from the IPL yesterday. Can you let us all know, I suppose, how you're feeling, how you've settled into managed isolation down there?
Yeah, no worries. I've got plenty of time on my hands, obviously. So, glad to talk to you guys. Nice to be home. Obviously, a bit tough coming into Auckland Airport and not heading straight home to see the family and the kids and stuff. But, we're down here at the Chateau on the park, and it's not too bad.
Yeah, nice. How have you been looked after so far?
Yeah, good. Yep, settled in. Like you said, we only got in late yesterday afternoon. Nice to make that big trip home and see some familiar faces. Obviously, all us Kiwi boys are in here, plus Bazza and Shane Bond as well. So looking forward to refreshing and getting back into it in a couple of weeks.
And just lastly from me, just a quick reflection on the IPL. I mean, you made a lot of New Zealand proud there. The way you performed, third top wicket taker and performed pretty well in the final. How did you reflect on that tournament for yourself?
Yeah, great fun. It was nice to be welcomed by a new franchise. Mumbai Indians was, we had some good times. It was pushing probably 3 months on the road and a lot of work went into it. But to get there to the end, get to the final and obviously lift that trophy at the end of it definitely made all the sacrifices worth it. So pretty happy. Made some good friends and pretty happy with my performance. So it's a good feeling.
Pass it over to Kim.
I was going to say, I think I'm first up here, Trent. Hope you're doing okay. How do you plan to keep yourself sane over the next couple of weeks?
I suppose I've had a little taste of isolation when we went into Dubai to start. It's pretty tough. I think we're pretty lucky to get that opportunity to still train as a little bubble there after 3 days. But it's pretty tough. It's pretty overwhelming with what's going on in the world. Obviously, you can imagine what's going on through all the airports and the strict I suppose protocols in place. But it's definitely nice to come back to New Zealand, where we're obviously pretty fortunate.
In terms of what you are able to do over the course of the 2 weeks when you're in managed ISO, can you kind of just talk us through that, training-wise, cricket-wise? I'm
not 100% sure. Obviously, I can tell you more once it happens, but all I'm aware of is that we've got 3 days fully locked down away from everyone to start. And then, obviously we've got the opportunity to go train out in Lincoln. It's under strict guidelines and timeframes is what I'm aware, but it'd be nice to get out there and see some green grass and hopefully see the ball nipping around a bit in the nets, and I'm sure we'll be back to normal in no time.
On that note of hopefully seeing the ball nipping around in the nets, I mean, how do you think your form over in India is going to over in the IPL is going to translate back here for the national side?
Yeah, hopefully it just progresses nicely, but totally different conditions. I'm lucky I'm probably more familiar with the ones here, so it shouldn't be too hard of a transition. But to have international cricket in New Zealand, the teams that are lining up to tour here, it's definitely very exciting. So can't wait for that to happen. Crowds will be exciting if everything goes well, and I'm definitely looking forward to chucking that black jersey back on.
And just lastly, for me, you haven't, traded any food with any of the West Indies players or something at the Chateau?
No. We had probably 10 of the West Indies boys come back with us from that UAE bubble, but haven't seen any of them literally since the airport. So pretty strict protocols in place, which is obviously for good reason. But I'm sure we'll cross paths with them on the pitch very shortly.
Thanks, Trent.
Hey Trent, it's James from News Hub here. Hope you're doing all good. Just on the IPL, it's obviously a pretty full-on tournament and a bit different this year. But do you feel like you've got a good level of match fitness ready to go, despite the 2 weeks quarantine that you'll face? The biggest challenge with over there was probably coming out of five months, I suppose, of no cricket. So to deal with preparing for that in the middle of winter and then get straight over there, it's probably 45 degrees when we landed. And it's a pretty congested schedule. So although the numbers in terms of a workload might not be there for Test match cricket, it's I definitely feel well off for having the experience of tasting some cricket. And I'll just look to progress it as quickly as I can to get ready for some Red Bull cricket. So like I touched on, to have the international summer so packed coming up, it's going to be
bloody exciting, really. So I can't wait.
And have you had a chance to maybe formulate a plan of what you might be able to do when you're in quarantine? Like if you're not allowed to do anything, have you got any plans to get anything delivered to your room or any weights or anything like that? Have you spoken to anyone about that?
I'm not too sure if you could fit too many weights in this room, but yeah, hopefully everything progresses nicely and we can stick to what's scheduled with, you know, that opportunity to be out there in the nets and in the gym facility that's been set up for us. But yeah, it's just one of those things. I think it's, yeah, we're very lucky to obviously be allowed to go out and travel and do our thing and then come back into our home country. So it kind of says we're lucky to be here and have the opportunity to train at this stage.
And is it kind of nice in a way? Obviously, you wouldn't want to be in quarantine, but just have a bit of a complete rest and a chance to reflect on the IPL going into our summer as well.
Yeah, nice to have that chance to reflect and a little bit of downtime. But I'm probably one of the guys that likes to, you know, keep bouncing around and keep pushing forward. So for me, it's quite hard to sit still, but it's just one of those things. So yeah, I'm sure you'll see me out there very shortly running around and smiling and enjoying some cricket again.
And just lastly from me, we've got a Boxing Day test at the Bay Oval. How much are you looking forward to that one?
Yeah, looking forward to it from many point of views, really. It's my first Christmas at home in probably 9 years, so that'll be good. And then obviously to have a Boxing Day test, you know, a couple of 100 metres down the road from my house at the Mount there is pretty cool. So the inaugural test there last year was a good start, and I'm sure the boys are looking forward to picking up where we left off.
Thanks, mate. All the best.
Yes.
G'day, Trent. Clay Wilson here. Hope you're well, mate. You touched on it's going to be your first Christmas at home for quite a few years. I was just wondering about that in terms of the IPL, being away, the challenge of that. I know there were some challenges with communicating back here to home. So how difficult was that part of it? And when are you actually going to get to see your wife and your kid again?
Yeah, I've got two young boys, 2 under 2. So that was probably the hardest part about that whole trip. It's yeah, big sacrifice, as you could imagine, to go away for 3 months and you know, play cricket and whatever. But yeah, to look at the big picture and to get that opportunity in the first place is probably what motivated me the most. So I count myself very lucky. But yeah, once I get out of here later this month, then I hopefully get a couple of days family time, and then we go into camp on the 30th of December at this stage. So of November, sorry. So it's all go, but yeah, I'm pretty lucky to have a loving, supporting wife who's backing me all the way. So it's all worth it, in my opinion.
And you spoke about what you might be getting up to cricket-wise or exercise-wise in quarantine. I know when you're in the IPL, you took some Lego and had some other things. The Masters is on at the moment. What are your plans to sort of kill the time otherwise?
Yeah, I was watching Tiger all morning this morning when I woke up at 3:20. So yeah, you just got to keep busy, I think. Yeah, I had the Lego in the quarantine bag over in Dubai, but yeah, just got to stay busy, keep your mind fresh, and yeah, if all goes well and we can get out and obviously have the opportunity to move around for a couple of hours, that'll be you know, pretty important. But we'll see what happens. Just
on your form from the IPL, I mean, obviously very happy with it. What do you sort of put it down to? And in terms of your fitness, how are you? Because you looked like you're pretty good. Have you had some time to maybe get your body back to where you really want it to be? Yeah, I was probably trying to reflect on kind of this campaign towards other campaigns that I've had, and the only thing that really stands out is getting that opportunity to, you know, be selected kind of consistently, and get that opportunity to, I suppose, just keep building on every game. So no secret, I know Bondi very well. It was nice to work with him again, and yeah, they run a pretty tidy ship with the Mumbai Indians. So yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah, body's all good. Had a little bit of a niggle there in my groin, but managed to manage it and get through. And yeah, I'm just really excited to let that cool down over the next couple of weeks and then just keep progressing from where I finished into this New Zealand summer. And just finally from me, you mentioned you'll come out and join the camp on the 30th. So have you got a sort of first game back in line? Has that been spoken about with Gary and the other guys yet? Not really, I don't think, but yeah, I'm probably just targeting those test matches as usual. It's my favourite format, so I want to make sure I'm really, you know, ramping up towards then. If I'm involved in the T20s earlier, then that'll be exciting too. But I do know we finish up here a day before that starts, so I'm not too sure what the guys are thinking there. Cool. Thank you, Matt. Cheers.
Hi there, Trent. It's just Joe Pearson here from Stuff. Can you just explain what it was like over in Dubai in terms of like the protocols and going to and from the stadium and just what it was like sort of talking to other players who are from other countries, obviously where the situation isn't so rosy at the minute?
Yeah, I think it was remarkably set up in terms of the bubbles that the owners and the franchises put in place. Yeah, we were very fortunate. We were based in Abu Dhabi, a very nice hotel, and we had a party of 87 people there with us. So you can imagine the amount of work and the amount of money that goes into kind of locking everyone down. Yeah, they basically hired half this hotel and kept everyone nice and safe, and pretty much that was basically what all the other franchises did. So yeah, pretty crazy. Obviously the challenge of dealing with kind of multi-nations, kind of, the South Africans, the English, the Indians, etc. Countries at so many different stages and I suppose positions with COVID. Yeah, it was actually amazing how it all worked out. So yeah, it was probably one of the few places I think you could have run it like that in terms of the UAE. No crowds, kept distance from everyone, and the country itself was the protocols they had in place were very strict as well. So COVID testing every 3 days. So I probably could almost do a test myself in my room with a kid if I had to. To get back to New Zealand where it's watching Labor Day holidays and the weekends and live rugby, all these sorts of things, it was pretty phenomenal to what we're experiencing over there on that side of the world.
So over there you were getting tested every 3 days regardless? Yep. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
Yeah, strictly.
Right.
So we were moving to between like Abu Dhabi, and there were different protocols in place, but obviously going through the borders and etc. and having to provide testing and negative testing, etc. It was amazing, really. So they were testing all 87 of us on a strict schedule, and we got used to it, that's for sure.
And there were no scares over there or anything, particularly that threatened the competition?
No scares. Well, definitely not in the Mumbai camp. Not even a cold to report, really. It shows you how the bubbles work. They're pretty amazing. So it was brought into everyone. Everyone knew obviously the significance of sticking to the rules and the importance of that tournament. So to go through all of that, tick all the right boxes, train how we did, the temperature testing through every training session you went to, and then get there towards the end and win the final. It was more than just that cricket. It was everything that went with it.
I guess just finally from me as well, like you've played in the IPL over in India, and it's obviously pretty crazy with how with all the fans and the sold out stadiums. It must have been pretty unusual then to play in that competition in front of nobody, particularly in the final.
Yeah, it was crazy. We kind of almost didn't notice the crowd wasn't there, but there's obviously a lot of attention, social media wise, online, etc. They still generated fake crowd noise and all the music through the grounds, which was a little bit over the top, I thought. But I could guarantee you there was a lot of people tuning in. I heard there's over 2 billion people watching the first game of Mumbai v Chennai when it all started. So it was weird not having anyone in the ground, but you definitely knew people were watching and supporting from all around the world, really.
Okay, thanks.
Cool. And Trent, Josh Price from ZB there, his mic isn't working, but he's asked, how quickly did you video call the family once you landed in New Zealand? And what sort of reaction did you get from your boys?
Yep, straight away. They're pretty happy I'm home as such. I said to my oldest son I'm home, and he's looking around thinking whereabouts. But they'll be down the beach at the mountain there today, just chilling in the sun. So that's pretty hard to watch. But we'll get this quarantine done, and I'll be back with them in no time.
Awesome, cool. And I suppose, Boult, in terms of the next couple of days, I hear the trainer Chris Donaldson's also managed isolation down there. Is he getting you guys to do a few workouts or something in your own rooms?
Yep, ticked off the first one already at 10 o'clock this morning. So it's only on a 30-minute window, the Zoom call. So luckily you can't push us too hard. But we're getting pretty good at the old burpee circuits and push-up challenges and stuff. But if all goes well, we'll be looking forward to getting out there today. It's a nice day. So can't wait.
Cool. And just lastly, I think it's going to be probably by the time you get back on the field for BLACKCAPS, 9 months, which would be the longest you haven't played for the national country. So I mean, all going well, fingers crossed. What sort of moment would that be like, given the year we've had to have the New Zealand shirt on and be playing in front of Kiwi fans?
Yeah, very exciting. Yep, you know how happy I get when I put the black cap on and get out there and run around. So, yeah, exciting summer ahead. Some big names coming, some great teams, and yeah, we're looking forward to the test matches. We love test match cricket in New Zealand, so hopefully some good crowds and some good performances, and yeah, can't wait.
Just quickly, Trent.
Sorry. Oh,
Stutch.
Yeah.
Now you come in, mate. Sorry. Yeah,
you,
you're all good.
You kept cutting me off, Willie.
Yeah, well, you were last in, mate. You're batting number 11.
I wouldn't even get that high.
Go on.
Trent, sorry, it's Greg from Reuters. Listen, I was just wondering, as Willie was just alluding to, it's been 8 or 9 months. Have you missed us?
100%, yep. It was a long layoff. I was very excited to get into cricket in the first place and get the chance to go to that IPL. But yeah, no, I'm very, very proud to represent New Zealand and put the fern on my chest. So yeah, we're looking forward to getting out there, hopefully seeing it swing around a little bit, a couple of runs at the lower order, and yeah, continue to do my thing.
I suppose really my question was more about, you know, has it actually been good to have this sort of longish period where you might have been able to fix tweaks with the body, and you know, have you ever actually had any period where you've had 9 months off playing or anything like that?
Yeah, I don't mind a break, and you know, getting the chance to do normal things and hang out with the family and wake up in your own bed more than, you know, a couple of times a week. So from that point of view, it was awesome. But yeah, I want to be playing as much cricket as I can. I don't want to say I'm getting on, but I'm 31 and a half now, so I've got to get out there and make the most of it. So yeah, let's just hope everything goes well with control in this country, and you know, COVID stays away and we can, you know, get a full summer, and really, and yep, looking beyond that, we'll just see what happens. But yeah, definitely speaking from experience, it's a different world out there with what's going on. I think we're very lucky and privileged to have what situation we do here at the moment in this country, that's for sure.
You're quite a good guitarist as well, aren't you? So did you take it with you? Has it been with you everywhere?
Yep, it goes everywhere. So do you want a song? I've got some Van Morrison on demand at the moment, but no, I won't be doing that.
Oh, come on.
Go get it, Bolty. Go get it. Show us.
Just broken a string, actually, so you're out of luck.
Oh, bugger. And just something that I wanted to follow up with Clay is, because you're not released until the day before or the first day, there's been no discussion that the boys from the IPL will be not or will be involved in that first T20 game?
I'm not sure, yeah. I'm not actually sure what time of the day we get out on the 26th, or whether, because we got in here at 5 o'clock yesterday, so that might mean we might not get a flight until the next day, so I'm pretty sure we can't fly and play on the same day. So yeah, it's just a very unique situation, I suppose. So yeah, I'll leave that to Gary and the boss and the selectors and whoever is to make that call. But yeah, whenever I am available, I'll be out there, that's for sure.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. And
Cheers.
Get your guitar out. Come on.
No, I'm not getting it out.
Trent, I was also just going to ask very quickly, in terms of the New Zealand guys who are in ISO now along with you, who do you think is going to go the most stir crazy over the next couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's an easy question. I don't want to say the obvious of Jimmy Neesham, but yeah, let's face it, he'll probably be struggling the most. But yeah, I'm sure the boys will get through it all right. Yeah, we're pretty lucky in here that the food is actually amazing. It's nice to have some New Zealand cuisine. We were welcomed by a nice roast chicken last night, so yeah, we're very lucky. But the boys will be fine. They'll be eager to get out, but no, we'll get it done.
And I'd just like to reiterate Greg's call for the guitar.
Yeah, so I think we're going to run out of time. So any last questions, I'm happy to answer them. No
others. You don't want to show us the guitar? That's your prerogative, Bolty.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us, mate. We do appreciate that. And yeah, hang in there, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you in the training isolation facility in a couple of days, and then out on the field in about 2 or 3 weeks. So thanks very much, mate.
No worries, guys. Nice to see you.